Hi everybody, it's Daphne and you're very welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming to spend a bit of your time with me today. I really appreciate it. I'm going to talk about my April favourites today, and if you have watched my previous video, I've just done a get ready with me doing this very basic makeup look for kind of staying at home and being in lockdown, quarantine, whatever. So I will be talking about some of the products that I used to create this in my favorites, because they're products that I've been using all the time during the last few weeks. So I hope everybody is well and that you're all staying safe and coping with this highly unusual time that we're all going through, and we're all in it together. So for a very basic face, I have been loving two products for my face, for two foundations if you like. One is the Vichy Mineral Blend, which is what I'm wearing. It's what I used in my Get Ready With Me. This is a mineral blend. It's like a foundation, but it's not quite. It just gives a beautiful glow to the face. This is in the colour 03 Gypsum. If I can get some out, I can just show you the colour. It's got a beautiful kind of a satiny, silky blend feel to it rather, and it just gives very light coverage, but just enough coverage, I think. It evens out your skin tone and gives you a lovely glow, and it actually lasts pretty well as well. So I really, I've mentioned this several times before, but I have been turning to this a lot just to vary things, and I'm kind of trying to use up what I've got. I've also really been enjoying the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Foundation, and this one is in the colour, I think it's Fair. It's actually worn away from the back, but I think it's Fair 01, but it's a very light. I would always be one of the very light shades because I'm so fair anyway, and that's it. It's quite similar in colour to the Vichy. It's actually not too dissimilar in texture either. It feels slightly more like a makeup, but it's lovely as well. So I've really been enjoying kind of switching it up between the two of those products. The other thing that I've been doing on a regular basis is bronzing my skin, just because when you know, if you're not really going out except maybe to the grocery store, but you know, if I want to just warm up my face, I've been using this Bobbi Brown bronzing powder in Golden Light, and you've heard me mention this before. That's the colour, and I used it again in this look. That's the colour there. It's not too orange, it doesn't make you look muddy, it just warms up your skin, and I've been using it with either this brush, which I can put all over me, but it's really good for kind of just doing a very quick look, or oh gosh, I think I've put the other brush away. Oh no, here it is. One of these, which is a primer brush. So that's kind of good for, you know, you can get into sculpt if you want. But I've really been enjoying that as well. That's about it for kind of face product, you know, for bases. This is a new product. I did use it in my Get Ready With Me. It's the Revolution Pomade, Brow Pomade, and it's in the colour Blonde. There you can see that, and I thought I wouldn't like this colour. My daughter bought it, and I tried hers and I liked it, and as you can see, it's well used. It comes with this little brush, little angled brush, and it's double-ended. It comes with that, but I tend to use this because it's just easier to shape. So you go in with it and then you just, you know, shape your brows to the shape you want, and I have a little spoolie, then I go through them, but I actually think that that colour suits me better. I normally go for a kind of a charcoal colour because that's sort of the undertone in my hair, an ashy tone. I've really been enjoying that too. Oh yes, this is what I wanted to mention. For applying either the Charlotte Tilbury or the Vichy, I have been loving this particular product, which is, this is just the packaging, and it's this it's the Suzanne Jackson brand, and it's the Pro Blender. That's it. You can see she has it embossed. This sponge has changed my attitude towards sponges. I've never had a beauty blender. I've never had the original beauty blender, but I've used lots of other beauty sponges, and I've never really been, you know, a fan. I've used them, but I never really got why people were saying they were amazing. I usually, when I'm applying my base, I regularly go to this brush, which is my Sephora. It's the Pro Core Diffuser number 94. That's it there. You can see that. There it is. But that's it, and I usually use that. But then I purchased this about a month ago. It's a game changer. This is slightly damp. It puffs up to, obviously as they're supposed to, bigger than its normal size. It's so soft. It's quite dense, so you're not using huge amounts of product, and it's really, really good at giving a natural. I used it today. It gives just a lovely natural finish. I'm just going to see. I have my glasses here. So it says it's got a dome shape, targets hard to reach areas, evenly distributes and blends, leaving a flawless finish. The bottom part, which is this flattened part, for a flawless blend of contour and highlight, and then the curved side for blending and powder application. So you can use it for powder application too. So it comes in that lovely box, and Suzanne Jackson, she's an Irish beauty entrepreneur. She makes that dripping gold tan, which is very popular, and I can highly recommend that. Very happy to recommend Irish products and Irish companies. So if you can get that anywhere, highly recommend it. It's great for putting on your base. I suppose two things then for lips. This is a really good, I've been turning to this a lot, and it's the Emile Cordon lip balm in Madison Queen. Now it looks a scary colour, but it's actually not. You can intensify it. I have lipstick on at the moment, or you can sheer it out. So if you're running out and you want a bit of colour on your lips but you don't want a full lipstick look, that is really, really good. And it's also very moisturising. I've spoken about these before, and I really, really rate them. Another lip product that I've really been enjoying was this one. It is the Lancome Absolute Rouge lipstick. I love the packaging, and wait till you see what it does. I think this is Lisa Eldridge's favourite, one of her favourite colours, and it's called Idol. It's 186. Rouge Absolute, or Absolute Rouge. So what you do is you press the little rose, and out it pops. It doesn't fall, it just comes out, and you pull it, and there is that beautiful pinky red corally shade. It's just a perfect shade, and that's what I'll just swatch it on my hand, and that's it there. So initially when I got it, because I bought it online, my husband actually bought it for me as part of my anniversary present. So I bought it online. So, you know, normally I'm used to swatching lipsticks and knowing exactly what they look like, but I was just going by the picture. So when it came, I thought, oh, and then I tried it and realized, actually, no, I really, really like it. So what I generally do is I apply it. Now, sometimes I'll use a lip liner. I apply it, and depending on your makeup look, you can intensify it and have a really bold lip. It is a beautiful colour. Or, as what I often do, especially at the moment, I'll take a little bit of tissue and just blot. And it just takes it down a notch, and it's lovely for daytime wear. So I've really been enjoying that. Slightly off makeup now. Well, it is off makeup now. I had mentioned in one of my last videos, and I think in my March favourites, that I was having trouble with dry eyes. And I still am, because I'm having allergies. I think with the clear air and the clear skies, the lack of, you know, the decrease in pollution, I think nature has really come out in force, and I think the pollens are having a great time. Because I have had allergies like I haven't had since I was a little girl, as in streaming eyes, streaming nose, itchy eyes as well, very red at times, very bloodshot, and not being able to wear makeup, and literally going out and tears streaming for no reason. But I do find, I've said this before, I do find that at night when I'm reading, my eyes get very dry, and I have the Artilac gel to put in, but you'd really only put that if you were going to go to sleep. This one, sorry, that's just my phone. This one is the Optrex Refreshing Eye Drops for tired eyes, and these are great at any time of the day. So if I find my allergies are really playing me up, I will put a couple of drops in, or at night when I'm reading, if I find my eyes are getting dry, I'll put a couple of drops in, and they work really, really well. So I'm sure you know about these, but they do work. I really, really like them. I have a couple of books that, I have 3. I better hurry up. Okay, I mentioned this before in my video that I did on books for lockdown. This is Actress by Anne Enright. She's an Irish writer. This book is about a fictional character who is an actress, but she's loosely based on accounts that people that Anne Enright had spoken to, for research for her book. And it's the relationship between the actress, who's called Catherine O'Dell, and her daughter Nora. This is actually a picture of Debbie Reynolds and Carrie Fisher, but it's quite a sad story. It's poignant story about the relationship between the mother and daughter, and how she finds her own self and who she is throughout the book. It's a good read. I wouldn't call it an uplifting read, but I did enjoy it. The other one that I read was The Mercy Seat by Elizabeth H. Winthrop. And if you like, now this was written in 2018, but if you like, which I'm sure everybody does, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, there's great resonances of that in here. It's basically a story about a young black boy of about 18 years of age who is accused of raping a white girl, but actually they were in a relationship. And it's about the pressures on his, well, he was actually the prosecuting attorney, what has, if you like, brought him to the conclusion that he's going to look for the death penalty. And it's about the town and the people in the town and what their views are. It's beautifully told. Little resonances of the movie, and I suppose the book. I didn't read the book of The Green Mile, but a little bit of that as well. It's not a very long book, and actually I really did think that it was written long before it was. So that's a really good one as well. And the one I'm reading at the moment is called Idaho, and it's about a family who, a mother, father and 2 little girls, and a dreadful event that happens when they're out cutting logs one day in the summer, and the fallout from that. And it is beautifully written as well. I'm not quite halfway through, but it's just gorgeous, and it takes turns that you don't expect, so I would recommend that as well. I have been really enjoying watching with my daughter, my youngest daughter, who's almost 13. We've been watching the Gilmore Girls and really enjoying that. We're just into season 4, and it's just so homely and comforting. I am absolutely loving it. So they're my favourites for the month of April. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know what you've been loving, and please give me a thumbs up if you can. Share, whatever, it helps my channel grow. I've been at this subscriber count for so long, I don't seem to be able to get out of it. I go up and then I go down, but I would love if you would subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you very soon in the next video. Bye.